If you're staying with Original Medicare, you've probably already learned an important fact. Medicare generally only covers about 80% of your outpatient medical cost. That leaves you responsible for the remaining 20%, with no cap on how high that bill can go. That's why so many people have turned to a Medicare supplement, also known as a Medigap plan, to protect themselves from unexpected expenses. Hi, I'm Hannah Skinner, and today we're comparing the two most popular options, Plan G and Plan N. One offers maximum predictability and simplicity. The other offers lower monthly premiums with some shared cost. At the Senior Savings Network, we help thousands of seniors to navigate this decision every year. Let's break down which plan truly gives you the best value based on how you actually use your health care. First, let's talk about what Plan G and Plan N have in common, because there's a lot. Both plans help cover your Part A hospital deductible, the hospital copay of $434 per day, the 20% Medicare doesn't cover for most outpatient services, skilled nursing facility copay of $217 per day, and even foreign travel emergency coverage. Here's the key similarity most people overlook. Neither Plan G or Plan N covers the Part B Medicare deductible. In 2026, that deductible is $283 and you pay it once per year, regardless of if you choose Plan G or Plan N. Once that deductible is met, that's when the plans begin to differ. Plan G is often called the golden standard of Medigap, and for good reason. After you pay the annual Part B deductible, Plan G pays everything else that Medicare approves. That means no primary doctor copays, no specialist copays, no excess charges, and no surprise bills. If Medicare approves the service, you owe nothing. For people who see the doctor frequently, manage chronic conditions, or want a predictable healthcare budget, Plan G is often the simplest and the most stress-free option. You know exactly what your costs are going to be month after month. Now let's talk about Plan N. Plan N covers almost everything that Plan G does, but with shared costs to help keep premiums lower. In many areas, that means savings of up to $30 to $50 per month, sometimes more on your premium. In exchange, you agree to a copay of up to $20 at the doctor's office, a copay of up to $50 at the emergency room if you're not admitted, and an excess charge if your doctor does not accept Medicare assignment. If you only see the doctor a few times per year, those copays are often far less than your savings would be with your premium, making Plan N an excellent value for healthier individuals. Plan G covers the Part B excess charges. Plan N does not. An excess charge happens when a provider does not accept Medicare assignment. And Medicare assignment is the lower cost that Medicare allows its contracted providers to charge. It typically is a lot lower than what the provider would charge you without insurance. It sounds scary, but here's the reality. The excess charge means the provider who does not accept Medicare assignment can bill you extra. However, this excess charge is limited to 15% of the Medicare approved amount. So if Medicare allows the provider to charge $100, then they could charge an additional $15. That would be your responsibility. Also, about 98% of providers nationwide accept Medicare assignment, meaning excess charges are extremely rare for most people. However, if you live in a state where excess charges are more common, or you want zero risk no matter what, Plan G eliminates that concern entirely for a higher premium. There's one more important difference between Plan G and Plan N that doesn't show up on a benefits chart, but it absolutely matters long term: rate increases. Medigap premiums don't stay the same forever. They typically increase each year due to medical inflation, claims experience, and the overall health of the people in the plan. And historically, Plan G has seen higher rate increases than Plan N. Why does that happen? Plan G is one of the most comprehensive Medigap plans available. Because it covers nearly all out-of-pocket costs, it tends to attract people who use more healthcare. Higher claims lead to higher premiums over time. Plan N, on the other hand, shares some of the cost through modest copays. This tends to attract a healthier mix of members and helps to slow the pace of premium increases. That doesn't mean Plan G is bad. It's an excellent plan. But it does mean that what looks affordable today may grow faster over the years. You might have noticed that your Plan N or Plan G rate increase was abnormally high this year. In some places, we saw increases as high as 40%. Although this was abnormal, Plan N was still proven to be lower on average than Plan G. Plan G is the guaranteed issue plan for people who were eligible for Medicare after January 1st, 2020. Guaranteed issue means that if you lose coverage, for example, your Medicare Advantage plan drops you, you can qualify for a Plan G with no health questions, which can also lead to higher premiums. With hundreds of thousands of people losing their Advantage plans in the last 2 years, it makes sense that 2025 was a year for astronomical rate increases. Plan G typically has rate increases anywhere from 12 to 20%, while Plan N tends to stay in the single digits between 0 to 10%. For many people, Plan N not only starts with a lower premium, but also holds its value better over time. That is why choosing a Medigap plan isn't just about what works this year. It's about choosing a plan you can comfortably keep 5, 10, or even 15 years down the road. Understanding rate increases helps you avoid switching later when your health changes could limit your options. So how do you choose? We tell our clients this. If you want maximum predictability, no copays, and 0 billing surprises, Plan G is usually the right fit. If you're generally healthy, don't mind occasional copays, and want to keep more money in your pocket each year, Plan N can be a fantastic value. There's no one-size-fits-all answer, only what fits in your lifestyle and budget. Every person's situation is different, and prices vary depending on where you live. At the Senior Savings Network, we can help you run a side-by-side comparison of every carrier in your zip code to see exactly how much you would save. We also have access to analytics that you won't find on Medicare's website, like rate increase history and financial stability ratings. Give us a call or visit our website for a free, no-obligation consultation. If you have a Medigap plan, comment below which plan you prefer. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more educational Medicare videos.